Alright, hello everyone. BNH247 here. This is going to be the cheese strat for capital B. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that I wait until the exact moment that he's about to throw the beehive and hits the ground, and this is because there's a timer of about 10 to 15 seconds before the bees that are chasing you will disappear, and then you're able to hit capital B. So you're going to see it right here. I can kind of count to myself about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So right there is 11. And then when you run up to hit him, you want to do one flick, and then as soon as that animation finishes, that's when you want to start spamming it as fast as you can. So again, just another repeat, and I'm going to be at about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it ends again. So you see I waited for the animation, and then I just start spamming. So that's how you're going to get a quick cycle throughout the times that you are able to actually physically hit him. Now for this phase, the best way that I found to approach this is that you run to a box with the flower, and then I'll explain it when it gets to it, but it's fairly simple. It's just a stop and go strat. So you'll see I kind of approach him, I make sure I jump up in the air so I can get as many hits as I can, and then you're going to see that I stop right about here, and then go, and then stop and go, and then I just do that and cycle around the room. You want to try and get as many leading shots that you can, but this is the healthy balance from staying away from the minions but still being able to maintain a faster attacking method on capital B. And you'll also notice that you are able to clip through the beehives that you throw at you. Granted, you have to be away from the explosion and you have to be fluttering through it, or rather gliding. A fun fact is that you are able to use your 1 through 4. Well, if you're PC, the 1 through 4, pretty much the emotes, you are able to do those through cutscenes. So again, for the quick cycle, you finish the one flick, and then you spam it as fast as you can, and you get the quick cycle. Now, the most important thing about this entire fight is that you want to make sure that you take as little hits as possible so you have, some health to spare. The required to do this in the fastest amount of time possible is about 3 to 4, but you can get away with having 3. So that means you would take the 2 necessary B hits, and then you would deal with the rocket phase with 1 health. So that means you would have to pretty much one-shot it without any issues, which is fairly difficult because of the RNG patterns. He can fly in a pathing that just completely contradicts the rocket and gives you a completely unnecessarily difficult time. So again, the flick and then the quick cycle. So right here, as soon as you let the bees hit you, is going to be the second time that you're supposed to take damage. So 2 health lost, and another quick cycle. Now this is the part that everyone's been having trouble with, but it's actually a lot simpler than you think it is. All you need to do is just stand in the center, and then as soon as he's about to shoot the rockets, you just fly right through him. You get ready for a launch, and then you just, kind of kick a little bit to the left or right, depending on what direction that you launch off in. And then you just set up again. It's as simple as that. And you do this a few times before it starts to get a little bit more complicated. So now he starts to launch 2. It's pretty much still the same strat. Now right here, that was just an error on my part, but it doesn't really affect anything. In fact, that it just made it quicker in the energy bar regenning. So you'll notice right here, I get a more close call takeoff, but it's very necessary. Now this is important. The reason why you want to position like that is so you can get a double hit and make your life so much easier. Because you're on spare energy, and even though I have the power-ups here, it would be highly beneficial during any percent run. And on top of that, when you get to the last hit, you want to make sure you take out at least 1 missile if you can, because the third one makes it really, really difficult to get that final hit.